And what an outstanding pleasure it is to welcome in a couple of guys that are going to the Final Four this week in Fort Myers. The Trinity Christian Conquerors are on their way to the 3A Final Four in Fort Myers. They will play on Tuesday afternoon at 1 o'clock against Westminster Christian. And joining us right now live in studio, a couple of players from the Conquerors, both 2025s, both juniors. Aiden Arnett is an outfielder. He's committed to the University of Florida. Aaron Watson is a pitcher. He's also committed to the University of Virginia, and the head coach is Jon Murphy, who joins us. Coach, thanks for jumping in with the studio for us today. How are you?
Doing well. Really appreciate you having us. Excited for you to hear from these guys a little bit.
The first time since 2019 that Trinity has made the Final Four. This is your first trip as a head coach. What does this feel like?
Unbelievably exciting. You know, we've worked so hard for this all year. These guys are so deserving. They put in that work every day. So as a coach, to get to see them kind of fulfill that vision that they had is just really cool to be a part of.
Aaron and Aiden Arnett as well with us. I'm going to start with you, Aiden. You're committed to the University of Florida. You guys have had an incredible year. Step up there to the mic for us and tell us about what the season's been like for you.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Just all the work we put in over the last couple months, and then just coming up to this. This is an amazing opportunity, and we can't wait to go down there to Fort Myers and compete down there.
Aiden, tell me about what this experience has been like with your teammates, because this has been a kind of a magical season for you guys, and now going to the Final Four. I mean, describe what this year has been like for you guys.
Mm-hmm. We all have a great bond together where we have really good chemistry as a team, and this has brought us closer. Yeah, we're just really excited to get down there to Fort Myers and show everyone what we're about.
Aaron Watson is committed to the University of Virginia. Aaron, I was told, and I want to confirm this with you right in the studio right now, you hit 95 in the regional final against Bishop Snyder. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
95, dude. That is good stuff. And that's the first time that you've hit 95?
Yes, sir.
And you're a junior in high school.
Correct.
That's pretty amazing. What was that game like? Because Coach said that you guys sold 750 tickets to that Bishop Snyder game a few days ago. Tell me that experience. What was that environment like?
Yeah, it was a crazy atmosphere. You know, we go out there, we're down early, but, you know, we come back, and going out in the seventh inning, it was crazy. Came out with runners on, but I look at the crowd. There's just probably 1,000 people there, if we're being honest. But It was crazy going out there. The blood was pumping. But I went out there with full confidence. Team had confidence in with me, and we came in and we shut it down.
When you threw that 95-mile-per-hour pitch, was that just like adrenaline going through your body? What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, it was probably a mix of adrenaline and, you know, just going out there and had something to prove.
Yep.
You know, coming off a rough outing back on Saturday, but I just went out there and the team had full confidence in me, and I wanted to get their back for getting mine.
And that's pretty cool that you guys and Bishop Snyder, two Jacksonville schools, you know, a shot to go to the Final Four, and you guys were able to pull it out. You guys faced Aiden King that night, who's been outstanding. He's on his way to Florida as well as you are, Aiden. And that team's loaded with guys. It's not just Aiden. Bishop Snyder's got a lot of good players. Aaron, for you first, tell me what the matchup was like for you guys going up against Aiden and Snyder. What was it like for you?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You know, going into the game, we knew we were going to get Aiden. He's a really good arm, honestly, one of the best in the state. But we prepared well, and we came out swinging the bat really good, and it was just a lot of fun. The atmosphere was great. It's a good team going against a really good team, and it's hard to beat a team twice. I know we beat him a few weeks ago, but going out there and beating a good team twice is really hard to do.
Aaron Watson, Aiden Arnett, Jon Murphy from Trinity Christian joining us right now on River City Hardball presented by DBAT Jacksonville. Aiden, I want to go back to you before we get Coach back in just a moment, but you faced Aiden King. We got two guys, Aiden Arnett, Aiden King, a lot of Aidens. But how did you do against him?
Yes, sir. Yeah, he had great stuff. It was tough. He was throwing 94.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, it was a really good battle. It was fun. I think I went 1 for 3. I hit a ball up the middle off of him, brought in 2 runs, and then hit a soft ground ball and scored RBI in that. And then, but yeah, he's definitely one of the best pitchers I've faced probably in my whole baseball career for sure.
And he's going to be a teammate of yours too at Florida. What's that going to be like?
Yes, sir. Well, I'm happy he's on our side over there. Yep.
Coach, I want to go back real quick to the Bishop Snyder game because that was such a cool opportunity. Two Jacksonville schools, a shot at the Final Four. We're going to get to the Final Four in Westminster Christian in just a moment. But For you, that experience, I mean, you sold 750 tickets that night at Trinity. You had more people get in kind of around the tickets, kind of, getting in without paying, I guess. But what was that experience like for you? Because that had to be cool.
Yeah, I think it's just a testament to Jacksonville baseball. You saw the amount of talent that was on the field that Snyder was able to bring over. You got two schools that are basically about 10 minutes from each other, and just to see the amount of talent on the field is really a testament to Jacksonville baseball, and what we've been able to create here in this city is just really cool and just fun to get to be a part of it and have all those people that are invested and interested in what's going on in Jacksonville baseball. It was just cool to play a small role in it.
How was the environment at your place that night?
So in high school baseball, I'll be honest with you, the crowd rarely has much of an effect. It's normally, moms, dads, a couple girlfriends show up maybe. It was, you actually could feel the energy from the crowd. That was really cool to be a part of. It was one of the few times in my coaching career, especially on the high school side, where the crowd actually played an impact. I mean, when Aaron came in the game, it's first and second, no outs, seventh inning, we're up 2, and you could feel the tension and the energy from the crowd. I think, honestly, he fed off of it a little bit and rose to the occasion right there, which was really cool to see.
Trinity Christian on their way to the Final Four. They're going to leave tomorrow morning, 9:30, as they go down to Fort Myers to face Westminster Christian in the 3A Final Four. What was your approach to Aiden King? How did you and your coaching staff approach facing an arm like him?
Yeah, absolutely. The thing with Aiden, he throws so many strikes. He does such a good job of being in the strike zone. So we told the boys, you ain't going to walk your way out of this game. It's not going to be how it works. You're going to have to swing the bat. If we're going to have a shot at him, we're going to try to be aggressive. His fastball has a ton of ride. So we're trying to get to the top of the heater, see the breaking ball up in the zone. Even with that, I think he still got 6 punch-outs in 3 innings. I mean, he did a phenomenal job. We were fortunate to have a couple of breaks go our way here and there, and a couple of big swings, especially from Aiden Arnett. Driving in those 2 runs made a huge difference.
Your opponent on Tuesday afternoon at 1 o'clock down there at Hammond Stadium in Fort Myers, where the Minnesota Twins play their spring training. Westminster Christian, what can you tell us about them?
Yeah, obviously once you get to this point, everybody's got dudes. They got a guy on the mound. I think it's going to be 92, 95, which we're thankful we just got to see Aiden, so it'll be kind of similar type arm as far as us hopefully being prepared for that. They've got 4 or 5 other Division I hitters in the lineup, so it's going to be quite the challenge for us. I'm excited to see how the boys step up to the occasion.
This will be your first opportunity as a head coach at Trinity, coaching a team that's in the Final Four. Describe that feeling.
Like Aiden touched on, just this group, they have such a great bond. And so to get to see them put in that work and then all of this kind of come to fruition, it's just, man, it's really humbling as a coach. And just, I'm so thankful for the opportunity because I love getting to watch them compete. And so I get to watch them compete hopefully for a couple more games. If
you guys are able to win this game on Tuesday, you would play for the state championship in 3A. I know you're not thinking too far ahead. You're focused on what's going to happen Tuesday, but when would you play if you won Tuesday?
Yeah, the Wednesday game's scheduled for 2 p.m. right now down there at Hammond.
Okay, sounds good. And before we wrap things up, guys, I want to ask you about your college commitments. Both of you guys right now in the studio are committed to Division I programs and really good ones, I might add. Florida and Virginia are 2 very good schools, both academically and athletically. Aiden, I want to start with you first. Tell me about your decision and your process with committing to Florida.
So I started my recruitment process a little younger than most people. I was in 8th grade when I got my offer from the University of Florida, and I just got a great bond with Coach Chuck and Sully over there, and I just thought it was the best fit for me. I went and saw the facilities. The facilities are awesome, and it's not too far from home from Jacksonville. So, yeah, I just thought it was the best fit for me, and I just knew from that young age that that's where I wanted to go.
Have you grown up as a Florida fan? Were you a fan of anybody else, or did you kind of gravitate toward the Gators?
So I'm actually from Wisconsin.
Okay.
So I grew up a Badgers fan, and obviously they don't have a baseball team. So we moved down here when I was in 2nd grade. So and then I started watching the Gators when I was younger, and I knew that's where I wanted to go.
It's really cold in Wisconsin, so are you glad that you're in Florida now?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So Aiden Arnett is on his way. He's a junior at Trinity, so you get him 1 more year, Coach. So that's great stuff. He's on his way to the University of Florida, a 2025 outfielder. What are some of the – do you have on at the top of your head like some of the numbers you've put up this year, Aiden?
Honestly, don't try to look at like any of the stats until the end of the season. Our goal as a team has kind of just been process-oriented and not really outcome-oriented.
What about you, Coach? Has he put up some good numbers for you?
Yes, he has. I'm pretty sure he's leading the team in RBIs. I think he's hitting right around 390. Got a
Okay.
couple homers, about 7-8 doubles as well. I think he's up near the top in runs and RBIs for the team this year.
Aiden Arnett, a 2025 that is on his way to the University of Florida. We also have Aaron Watson, who's a pitcher who is on his way to the University of Virginia. Aaron, tell me about your commitment and why Charlottesville for you.
Of course, yeah. So unlike Aiden, I started my recruitment process a little later, but I went up there the first weekend of September, and it was everything you could ask for. Picked up by the head coach, went to the facilities, and as soon as I landed there, I honestly knew it was kind of home, going from one ville to another.
Mm-hmm.
And then Coach O'Connor, Coach Drew, Coach Kirby, they're just all like family. After the first 5 minutes with them, it felt like I knew where I wanted to be. And you look at the program's history, national champions, hosting regionals almost every year. It's a great place to be, and not only that, but academically as well. It's just a great school overall, and I kind of knew that's where I wanted to be ever since I first went up there.
When you hit 95 the other night against Bishop Snyder, did you get any messages from your coaches and be like, "That's my guy"? Anything like that?
Yeah, of course. I sent them a picture of it. They honestly didn't believe it at first, but I had to convince them a little bit. But no, it was really cool to hit that and share my experience with them.
Well, and you've got both from the Florida side and the Virginia side, Jacksonville guys that have come through there. I mean, there's a long list of guys that you could name that have come through there. Are you excited about possibly playing with some Jacksonville guys at the next level?
Yes, sir, of course. Brad Hodges, he's
Yeah.
a familiar name, and Patrick Mink, they're both from here. They're both really good players, really good pitchers. I met them when I was up there, and I've talked to them a little bit since then, and they've honestly become really good friends, and hopefully I'm teammates with one of them one day.
Aiden, Florida obviously has a pipeline to Jacksonville. There's a bunch of guys we could just go through all morning and talk about the guys from Jacksonville that have played for the Gators. Aiden King is another guy that we mentioned. How excited are you to possibly play and definitely play at the next level with some Jacksonville guys?
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm super excited.
Coach, final thought before we let you go. What is your message to Trinity Christian and your team as you guys headed into this Final Four?
Yeah, absolutely. We've had 2 goals all year. Own the moment, which is basically the pitch. Be where your feet are. So get to the next pitch, win that pitch, and the next one is look for opportunities to love and serve your teammates every day. That hasn't changed, whether we're in Fort Myers or we're over on the west side of Jacksonville. We're looking for opportunities to own the moment that we're in and love and serve the people around us.
Your brother is Daniel Murphy. When you guys were growing up, you guys were both called Murph. How did that work in your house?
So I got dubbed Little Murph. My mother did call me by the name that she gave me, Jonathan, so that helped. But out in public, I got to be Little Murph for the majority of my life so far.
Now, you go by John, though, right?
I do. You can thank my wife for that. So she decided that we would go with John instead of Jonathan, which I've been called a lot worse, so I'll take it.
You guys leave tomorrow morning, 9:30, correct?
Yes, heading out tomorrow morning.
They're going to Fort Myers in the 3A Final Four at Trinity Christian Academy. They'll play Westminster Christian. Where are they from? Are they from St. Petersburg?
Yeah, I think they're like Fort Lauderdale
Okay.
Area down there. And so, yeah, we'll be lining up with them on Tuesday.
Got to represent the 904 in Jacksonville. Hope you guys can bring another ring back to the 904. Hey, thanks so much for coming into the studio this morning, and good luck to you guys.
Yeah, really appreciate you having us.
Jon Murphy, Aaron Watson, Aiden Arnett, all from Trinity Christian Academy. They're playing in the 3A Final Four on Tuesday at 1 o'clock against Westminster Academy. We wish the best to those guys, and hopefully they can bring home a state championship to Jacksonville.